So winter is upon us, and when those temperatures start to drop, there might be things in your car that you left there, especially during the fall when it was just like that perfect temperature, not too hot, not too cold. But now it might be time to get some of those things out of your car. So today we are gonna kind of just go through a little list of some things that you really don't want to keep in your car during the winter. So Brian, let's go through that.
Okay.
That's the first one.
So there's certain things that don't take very well to freezing, right? Bottled water, beverages of any type, some will freeze okay, but it usually expands a lot, breaks the container that it's in, whatever else. And then when it thaws, it's a problem. It runs all over the place. So almost all beverages, not a good idea. Although it is a good idea to have some bottled water, just make sure the containers are okay to expand and contract. They're not rigid plastic, because when they thaw out, they'll just leak all over. But most of the really flexible ones will be okay, and it's good to have an emergency for that. Prescription drugs, medication, most of them don't take well to freezing and thawing. Musical instruments made of wood, especially, they don't like to freeze and contract. You get like guitars or violins or whatever.
I can imagine maybe they'd like warp.
Well, yeah, and there's the tension on the strings, right? So then when they freeze and thaw, and there's always the pulling from the strings, it's just not good for the wood, so it's not good for the instrument at all. That's not a very good one. Cell phones and computers, like who would have thought, right? Like we all have cell phones and computers. If you keep your cell phone in your purse, on your body, whatever, the car's warm, it's not a problem. If you store it in the car and it goes below freezing, those batteries, the newer battery technology, they don't like to be cold like that. They don't work very well. And then if you start hitting them with voltage to charge them up when it's that cold, when they're frozen, it's not good for them whatsoever. Now, it is a good idea to have certain things, right? Like a snow shovel, blanket.
Just in case.
Yeah, right. A flare, whatever. It's good to have that type of stuff in the car. Another good thing, non-automotive related, disconnect the hoses from the outside of your house, right, from the spigots, because that's a big thing, causes a big problem.
That's important. A lot of people don't remember that.
Yeah, right.
I've heard some stories about that.
The valves are designed to let the water off, but if you keep a hose connected to it, they can't drain out, and then it freezes and breaks, and it's a big problem. But yeah, that's about it. We want to watch having those things, and then don't carry too much stuff in the car, extra stuff, right? Because the extra weight that you carry around costs you gas mileage.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. And obviously, this video is not necessarily having to do with like maintaining your car, but more so protecting things that you love, your electronics, your instruments, stuff like that. And I mean, maybe like if you leave a pop bottle in your car and that expands, you can imagine what might happen with that. So that is to protect your car for sure. So make sure you're keeping that in mind. But we do hope this was helpful. Remember, take those hoses off outside of your house too. Brian's a man of many tips. So we look forward to having you join us on the next video. Make sure you check those out. And if you need your vehicle service, make sure you're getting in contact with the team at Weber Automotive. Thanks.
Thanks, Alicia.